Welcome, everyone. I'm Lish.
I'm D.
And this is
Allow It.
Allow It. Today we have a friend of the pod.
We sure do.
She is truly dear to my heart.
Whoop whoop.
The person that actually hired me for the job that I have right now.
Oh my God. I always forget that.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
Valentina, straight from Finland. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Hey, Tina.
Hi. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for
today.
having me. That is so cute. I love it.
I know, and now it's been like, I've known you for ages. Crazy.
Long time.
I will never forget 2018 actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Was it the actual job situation or something else?
No, she interviewed me.
And that was it from then on?
I was in America. It was actually the easiest interview I've ever done in my life. So, but now I know that she was on her way out. So she was like, I don't care.
You were also super sweet, and you were very you had a super lovely personality, and you know there was a need to.
It wasn't forced.
Yeah. It just felt really natural.
Cool.
You were so sweet, and I was like, right, she's amazing, and
That's it.
Yeah. So we she hired me off the bat. She's like, when are you back in London? I was like, in 2 weeks. And she was like, okay, see you then. And then,
the rest is history.
The rest is history.
I will always remember your first day.
I know.
Oh my God, you remember the first day? There was like a huge argument between me and
So.
Oh, not drama in the workplace on the first day.
Yeah,
She was right at home then.
into the office, and I was like, wow.
She was right at home then.
gosh.
Yeah, she said this is the
Not
place
me
I'm
living
meant to
for the
be.
drama. I live for
So
it.
listen, and of course now we know each other through Alicia. So that's been great. And we've all just, we've had our children really more or less at the same time. And all of that stuff. We've gone through all the woes of motherhood.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Through it all.
Exciting times.
It's very exciting. Before we delve deep, are we good to do what are we wearing and why?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we'll start with
do
you,
it.
Lish, then.
Today I have my essentials on because I wanted to be comfortable and cozy, and of course, want to let everybody know that I fear God, and He is protecting me always.
And us.
So all you people with your evil eyes,
Oh, not evil eyes.
Just playing. No. So I decided for it. It's Sunday, so I wanted to be cozy, comfortable, and chill.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And you, Tina.
I'm wearing Skims tracksuit bottom, and
These are Skims?
yes, I know they don't flat.
I didn't even know they've got a athleisure. Well, besides the leggings.
Yes, and my husband makes fun of me because I wear Skim socks.
Oh, and they do socks too?
They do socks too. They're the only socks I wear.
Okay, fantastic.
And he just takes the pieces like, you can now go to the market and get some socks, black socks. They have to be Skims. Skims not flattering tracksuit bottom. And Unimbeam sweatshirt. Yes, because my friend from the US bought it for my birthday last year. And my Barbados.
Hey,
I love it, my Barbados cap. My husband's like, you do not suit caps. Do not wear them. They look terrible on you.
So cute.
It looks so
cute.
No,
Just
you
leave
look
it.
adorbs. Yeah. You look adorbs.
Super cute.
Exactly. Let's just address the elephant in the room. I'm over here looking like Ghana slash Asake. Over here, lonely at the top.
Oh my gosh.
So you guys are gonna notice I'm most likely gonna be talking a bit funny, but I just had oral surgery the other day. So I was just feeling a bit. I can't explain it. I can just sigh it. Wearing my Prada bucket hat because it's comfy and it covers everything. Glasses as always because I hate eye contact, and I'm also wearing my essentials because I just wanted to be comfortable. Honestly.
Now you with the red flags.
Yeah.
I hate eye contact. Red flag.
Where are the glasses from?
The glasses are Linda Faro.
They're nice.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of Linda Faro. Wish it was more accessible, but
It's very expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive. But yeah. we all look very chic, very comfortable, very
Very
ready for the
cozy.
week, because today's a Sunday, guys. So
Yeah.
of course it's Sunday resets. I'm happy to hear that you ran this morning. The energy's up. I can feel it.
I did run.
The energy's up. I can feel it.
I ran. I'm not a track star yet, but you know, progress. I think what I want to do moving forward is to at least try, especially because the weather is getting better, to head to the park at least once a week. So if I could do it, if it could be part of my Sunday reset day in the morning, I think I'm
Then
gonna.
it should work.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
That's good.
And because the park is quiet on a Sunday morning as well.
Yeah, of
before
course.
Yeah.
Maybe
once-
other one. Yeah.
We go to the park without our kids. It's nice to just go to the park by yourself. I can't remember the last time that's happened.
Exactly.
Yeah, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, makes
And
sense.
it's before you see other people and their kids. I think all I saw was other runners and then people walking their dogs, of course. So
True.
it was all right. How was your morning? I mean, well, you're fresh off of where
Fresh
did you
off of a
just
plane.
where did you just come back from?
Barbados.
Barbados.
We just landed yesterday. I was like, I had like a bunch of laundry to do, and like I have suitcases, and it's like there's 4 of us. Chris was like, my husband was like 2 suitcases max. So everything for 6 weeks is packed in 2 suitcases.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my
You need to
goodness.
tell me your secret.
How you do that.
I roll, and I only
Yes.
take 4 leggings
For
for
each.
each kid.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
And then
Yeah.
obviously I was here in London for a little bit, so and my mother-in-law, so I used the washing machine.
Okay.
Otherwise, if I was
Yeah.
on holiday, I don't think I would
Yeah.
have been able
Yeah,
to squeeze it all.
exactly.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
really
I did
good.
a bunch of laundry. I'm fine. I'm good. It's just like I'm not used to London anymore. So it's just like I got to King's Cross Station, and I was just like, whoa.
It's all.
And it's just like the train. I got on the train, and I was like, my God, this is packed. And there was probably like 5 people.
What?
I was like, whoa.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
overwhelmed by the.
I'm
amount of
overwhelmed
people.
by 4 people on
Yeah.
the train at Potter's Bar. Yes, and then I got to King's Cross and I was like, oh my God. And then I went to get a coffee and I was like, oh my God, no, there's 3 people in the line.
Oh
Way
my
too long.
goodness, exactly.
Too long.
The queue's
Yeah.
way
Oh
too
my
long.
gosh.
Yeah.
How do the kids like coming to London?
I think they like it. They get excited. They like to see cousins, family, grandma. They like getting on the plane
course,
until we
yeah.
get on the plane. And it's like, are we getting
Well,
off?
when are we getting off?
When are we getting
Yeah.
off? And yeah. But it's just, they just like it. Yeah. I think it's just change of scenery.
Yeah, of course.
And I think it gets to a point during winter that you just need a break. Although, yeah, we went away, but even if we were just coming to London for like a week or so, at least you break
You break it
the
up a
dark
bit.
snow
Exactly.
routine.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah.
Tell the pod people where you live, because I don't think we mentioned.
No.
I did say
Well,
straight
in
from
Finland. Straight
Oh,
from
okay.
Finland.
Straight
But I
from
wasn't born in
Finland.
Finland.
Yes,
Because everyone's like, where are you from? I was like, we live in Finland. They're like, so you were born there? And I was like, no, your husband was born there? And I was like, no, my husband's from London. Anyway, since 2020, yes, 2020, I live in Finland, an hour outside Helsinki. And yeah, that's my home.
Wow, yeah, since 2020. And obviously you don't miss
Jesus, been a bit
London.
while.
No, I don't miss London. And I just think if you have children, it's not that I'm recommending you to do it. But, you know, it's just a different, you see things in different perspective.
different
And
light.
it's just a completely different way of life and more chilled and different culture. People not, I'm not saying that people in London are obsessed with like beauty and certain things, but over there there's just no conception of
aesthetics,
brands. Or,
this, that,
you know, you could
yeah.
go out with a Chanel bag and no one will have a clue
You'll notice
what you're
Yeah.
carrying, and you know, there's no concept of like
That's
maybe
dope.
like winter boots. They know
Yeah.
about winter,
They know
like
about
real
the
winter
winter
boots. Yes.
Yeah, like those some real good winter boots.
I actually
Yeah.
bought the Prada shoes with the
Yes,
big
the Prada.
what are they called?
Ski boots.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
got
yeah,
them.
yeah.
I bought them and I thought, oh, no one
noticed.
no
No
one
one
even
noticed.
noticed.
Yeah.
I could have got them from
They just say
Goodwill.
black boots.
Yeah. Yeah. No one said I like your black boots. No.
No one. Okay, that's the vibe that's happening over there. in Finland.
No, it's nice.
And how was your Sunday? How did you
Really
start
chill.
off
I
this
woke up.
morning?
I woke up super early for no reason whatsoever. But really, I'm going back to work tomorrow.
I know, exciting times after the
one
twins
whole
are
year.
officially.
The twins are officially one.
Woo! Happy birthday, twins!
Yay. I made it.
You made it.
I made it.
Well
they're
done.
alive. They're happy. They're healthy. Like there's times, I'm not gonna lie, there was times where it was sketchy.
You didn't know if you were gonna reach the finish line.
I did not know I was gonna reach this finish line. So them reaching one is me reaching one. So yeah, I'm very thankful. Glory be to God that we're here. They had their birthday yesterday. It was really dope. Really chilled family, well-rounded. Everyone just came over. We just chilled. We didn't do anything major. They're only babies. They don't really notice anyway.
Yeah, of course,
So it was a case of resetting. I had to do, sort out uniforms, school uniforms, laundry, all of that stuff that you kind of have to do on a Sunday.
Valentina hung my laundry for me this morning.
This
afternoon, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
You were getting ready. I was like,
I might as well go find something
I'm
to
here.
do.
And it was very little laundry. I was like, yes.
It was weird though, packing my work bag. So, I in order for me to get into the zone, I'm a fashion girl. So I had to get my new work bag. And I'm like, okay, this excites me to get back into the office. But putting my laptop in there, my stuff on my desk.
Crazy.
And all of that stuff after one whole year of not being in the office is crazy. Packing up the twins' bag as well.
Because they're going
to childcare. So I had to put their bottles and all of that stuff, 2 of everything in there. I'm just like, how's this lady going to do it? But good luck to her and peace and love.
Peace and love. Do you feel like the year went by quickly?
I didn't feel quick, but I know it was quick. Yeah. It felt like the longest year of my life. And it's still feeling like the longest year of my life. I think it's going to still take a couple years.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I know it's gone quick because everyone's telling me it's gone quick.
Yeah.
And mentally, you just know time has flown by. But within the moment, no, it feels like I've lived 5 years in one.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Exactly. Yeah.
Makes sense.
I know what you mean.
Okay, so
that
with
was
that being said, that makes me want to dive into our topic. So at the moment, I know a lot of people at work and personal that are expecting. So a lot of questions that I was getting is, how was it giving birth? They're like, you enjoy the pregnancy, you're there for, the duration, and then boom, the time comes and you're like, oh wait, actually, this baby needs to come out. So what to expect? Is the birthing plan a myth? And let's start with Tina, since she's our guest today. Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Mama of 2.
Baby 1 or baby 2? Both of them?
In chronological order.
Oh my God, George. I remember. I was at Lay's birthday.
Yes, this was
just before COVID.
Yeah.
Because Georgia was born on the 20th of Feb, 2020.
That is true.
2020.
So just before COVID.
Just before COVID. Thank God, because Chris was there.
Yeah.
And it was just like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, you were at Lay's birthday, about to pop.
Yes, about to pop, and then it was just like awful. I was in and out of hospital for 3 days.
Oh gosh.
It dragged on and on and on. I was on gas and air forever.
Oh dear.
I was begging anyone for an epidural. They would not want to give me an epidural.
But why not?
I don't know. They just say you can do it, and then
Really? So wait, were you in the birth center or the labor ward?
No, I was, I think, in the birth center.
Okay,
and I
so that's why
in,
they wouldn't give you an epidural.
I walked in and it was so beautiful with the pool and all the candles, and I was like, what is this? Someone coming to film me?
Yeah.
not on Super Sweet, no. What's that program? 16 and Pregnant. Obviously, I was a little bit older than that. But I was like, whoa, who's coming here? And then I did not realize that my panic was like, no, gas and air for the all night. Because then Georgia turned around. I was dilating, but then she turned around and then they were like, okay. And then I was just like, you need to help me. This is not happening. I couldn't walk.
Oh my God.
So they kind of moved me to the labor ward.
Oh wow.
They gave me
so
like
they moved you.
Epidural, and then, but it was still kind of long and painful. And then Georgia was born with a forceps.
Oh dear.
I got delivered by a forceps, and then after.
So how does that work for people that wouldn't know what a forceps is?
Oh my God, there's just 2 massive metal tools, and they just kind of help to get the baby out. Not many countries have them anymore because a lot of babies, they got blind.
Really?
Yeah, because
They've
they're
been
quite
injured with forceps.
yeah.
What?
They get in. It's quite high risk of injury. In fact, when Georgia came out, she was all bruised up, and then they were like, "Oh, it's gonna take like 48 hours for the bruising to go," and
Oh my God.
and then she was fine and everything was fine, but it was just very, very traumatic. And then I did not realize the epidural in England is like a horse tranquilizer. I could not feel
You're out
anything, and it was horrible going home and the recovery. And it took me, I guess, I don't know about cesarean because I know it's quite tough on the people, but it took me over a month, and I gave like a normal vaginal, but like it wasn't.
Did you get a tear from the forceps though?
I did, and the stitches, and hey, I remember you telling me about the bowl of lavender, and I did it. I was like, "What is this? It's a punishment. These burns."
Yeah, the boiling water.
Yes, I was. Oh my God, Alicia! I said to Chris, "Yes, Alicia said he's working." He's like, "What you doing?" And I sat on there. I was like, "No, no, no." You told me that.
Yeah, I did.
And you came to see me. You were the first person that came.
Yeah.
To visit me when Georgia must have been like 3 days old or something. Yeah. So yeah, that was that. So then I was so traumatized that my second child. So Georgia was born in Hackney, and Isabella was born in Kotka, Finland, and I was so traumatized by it that the nurse said to me, "We're gonna make you see a midwife a couple of times before you give birth to reassure you and calm you down." And it was just great.
That's good.
The epidural, they give you an epidural, but it's just a local epidural, so you can still feel quite a lot,
like the
but
pressure
they
and
kind of numb
everything.
it a bit, but you're still present, and and it was. I pushed for maybe 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then, boom, Isabella was there. And
VBAC again? VBAC.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there were stages to an epidural. Like a full epidural or local.
Well,
I didn't know.
I didn't know either. But apparently in England, they just give you one and it just boom.
Yeah.
And instead in where I live now, it was just different. And then they just came and she was born and they just brought me a tray and there was like a breakfast.
Oh.
She was born at like 6:35 in the morning. So there was like orange juice, breakfast.
Nice.
And it was just very, very chill.
Wow.
And then I got taken to a room and I was on my own. Instead in London, I just got dumped in a corridor.
With a whole bunch of other
With a whole bunch of other women with these skirters that you're like, and then I asked for some food. There was no food. So my husband had to go to like a co-op near the hospital and get like a bunch.
Really? They said there was no food?
Because they've got timings for the food. So once you miss your slot, that's it. You have to wait for the next slot.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. They can provide like basics, I believe. It's like tea, coffee, and maybe some toast or something. But like proper food, you have to wait for the next batch of food.
I mean, I was in labor for 3 days. Just give me like a croissant.
Exactly.
Something. Yeah. And also, when you get the epidural, you can't eat or drink anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So I could only drink
24 hours.
water.
Yeah.
So I was just like, wiped by London. So for now, Labour London, nil, Finland 1.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So definitely you preferred Finland. And
Yeah.
Much.
What year was Isabella born in?
What year? 2022.
2022, 2 years later. Okay, then cool. Yeah. That's a 2-year gap.
Yeah, that's not bad actually.
Yeah.
Did you have a birth plan for both?
I did with Georgia because I guess it was my first one. So you go to like
you read all the books.
You but then it was just like all over the place because it's like I think anything that they covered that there's classes and stuff. He flew out the window. I was just in pain and I was just so confused of what was happening and because I had such a great pregnancy and I didn't really envision having trouble during labor or being such a painful labor. I did not expect that and so I was just like we did. I remember Chris following these notes and then
oh bless him.
And then for Isabella nothing.
Yeah.
I don't even think they ask about a birth plan or something.
How long did they leave you in the hospital?
3 days.
Okay.
Yes.
So then after then you go home.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just stay there for 3 days, and then
Okay.
then they send you, the first day you're home, they send you a midwife to check on the baby, and then everything is fine. Then once a month, until the child is 1 year old, you go to see a doctor
Okay, yeah.
in the clinic.
Okay.
And then it's 18 months, and then once a year until they go to school at 7.
Okay, nice. Aw.
Do they have the same concept there as in America, where they have basically care, once the baby is born, they still very much care for the mother as well as the child? Or is it still the main focus really just on the child?
No, just the child. But when you go to these appointments, they always ask
Ask you.
If you're
yeah,
okay,
how you
okay,
doing?
yeah.
Because I know there's like support groups, and I guess they're like in Finnish, so I don't know how well I.
Okay.
I was lucky
exactly.
that I was like.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you were saying earlier, the first year of Isabella, I felt like it went quick, but then I felt like the world fell on my shoulder. It was just like, wow. And then when she got to 1 and she started going daycare, I was like, oh my God. It was like a relief. And
Oh, that's
yes.
good. Yeah.
It's so odd that with the second birth, it's that you would feel that way. Because I thought that second time around, it would be like much easier. You're prepared. You know what's going on. You got this.
Yeah.
And yours wasn't even that far apart.
Yeah,
So to see that you
no.
even still felt that way, it's like, wow.
Yeah, but I guess maybe the gap is too little. I would have waited maybe a little bit, because Georgia was just over two, and it's just like she was a baby herself, really. Like, and I was like, oh, because she sleeps all night, and
Yeah, of course.
But then
You
I
just go for
forgot
it.
she needs help to get dressed.
Of
I need to make
course.
food,
Yeah,
and
she
I
still
didn't.
needs
You know, and then it's like where I live, because of the weather and stuff, it's like when you go to school, it's not like, oh, I put a jacket and a scarf. There's this woolly suit,
Oh, of
there's
course,
an
layers.
outsider suit,
Oh,
2
of course,
socks,
yeah.
2 gloves. It's just like you literally it takes me about half an hour to get them ready
Wow.
Wow.
in the morning, just for without the breakfast.
The
and
layers.
Just the layers. It's like,
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
Yes. Yeah, Jesus, that's a lot.
Just the layers. Wow. D,
Oh, wow. I don't even know.
we're diving right into your birth
I
stories.
don't even know where to start, but I did not have VBACs. I had 2 C-sections for both of my pregnancies. But I think my first pregnancy, I was blissfully unaware. And hence maybe why I somehow bounced back so quickly. Because I think the unawareness and the ignorance still got me by postpartum. Right. So I just was still floating about and just so happy with people around me saying, oh my God, your first child, this is amazing. And anyone who knows me knows I was obsessed with my son, still am obsessed with my son, always wanted a baby boy. So when he came, everything that came with it, I just took on it, as in just, this is just part of it, and it doesn't really matter, because look at this beautiful little human, and we were having a time. I wasn't working, actually, so also that helped. So I didn't have to think about having to maybe go back to work at some point in life. I was just focusing mainly on him. I was out and about a lot. He was born in the summer. So we were, at any given opportunity, if it was a nice day, I was taking him out. I didn't even drive then, but I was still taking him out and doing stuff. Yeah. And that obviously helps. I was ridiculously active, things like that. That definitely helped with the first pregnancy and, the afterbirth of it. Having a C-section is ridiculously traumatic, regardless of if it's elective or if it's done as an emergency. Both mine were emergencies. The first one with Camille, I was in labor for 6 days, 6 whole days, until I had such a bad infection that they had to give me an emergency C-section. And when I had it, I was in tears. I was sobbing because I just did not think that I was ever going to have a C-section. I think I'm one of the very few women in my whole family that has ever had a C-section. Everyone has always had a VBAC. So I don't know what that looks like, right? I don't know what the recovery is and all of that stuff. I wanted to get out of the hospital as soon as. So I think I got my C-section at 8 p.m. and then I was out of the hospital the next day. Because the environment of being in a hospital, I just don't like it. I want to shower in my own shower. I want to do all of the things that I want to do. So although it was traumatic, unexpected, and all of that stuff, I still find that it was postpartum wise, I was still better off the first time round. The second time round, I knew too much.
Yeah, of course.
I knew that, I knew how the recovery was going to go, how long it was going to take me. I had multiples, twins, trying to recover with twins. Second of all, third of all, the twins were in hospital for 8 weeks after birth. So I was not only recovering myself, but they needed to be fed and made fattened up.
Of course.
In order for them to, to come out of the hospital. They were born at 31 weeks, which is ridiculously premature. So that in itself, every day was different in the hospital. One day you'd go in and he'll be like on life support, then like on the breathing tube. And then the next thing you'd go in and he's off it and he's perfectly fine. The other twin is not doing so great. The other twin is doing great. It was just such a whirlwind of emotions all round, not just having them in hospital, but also me recovering. My recovery didn't go great. Had an infection with my C-section, had to go into hospital myself. Have been in and out of hospital for womb, uterus, women things now, a couple of times now because of it. It was not a great experience. And I was speaking to one of our mutuals and she said to me, she watched one of our previous videos when we were talking about parenting and children and all of that stuff. Yeah. And she said, you guys don't really sell having children very well. And I said, our job is not to sell it to you.
Exactly.
I said, and if we were selling it, don't buy it.
Exactly. Absolutely not.
Everyone's experience is very, very different. And would I change me getting pregnant again or having children? No, I wouldn't change that. But I would really love to have changed the experience for me, especially the second time round.
Yeah.
And even the first time round, it didn't need to be that hard. I needed more support. I wish I had more support. I wish I could get more support, more family. People around me that could help me.
Yeah.
But this is just how the cookie crumbles. And the year, like I said, they just turned 1. It's been a whirlwind. It's been a blur. And I'm going back to work now. I feel like that's another blur. It's going to take me another sort of 6 months to kind of comprehend that I'm dropping them off. I've catered for them for the whole year by myself. And then all of a sudden, I'm not doing that at all.
Yeah. Gonna be at work.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just at a computer screen doing stuff. But it's nice seeing them gain their independence and, say daddy and, do yay and all of that stuff. It's just adorable to see and how far they've come. It's amazing. And how, although I'm broken after it, how I did it.
Yeah.
I did it and I'm still continuing to do it. So...
That's great.
Motherhood is something else.
It's a roller coaster ride. It is a roller coaster ride. It really is.
The question is, will you have more children?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to have one more.
One more?
Yeah. I'm old. So
what do you mean old?
Oh my God.
Well, they said over 35 you're like is a geriatric.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're like geriatric.
So, I have to keep it in mind that. And then yesterday we went out for lunch with some friends and they have a 3-month-old boy and I was holding this little boy and he fell asleep in my arm. And then I smelled like milk.
Oh, of course.
And I was just like I looked at Chris and I was like,
baby,
I want another baby. And I was like, maybe I wouldn't even think about adopting. But
maybe,
like a baby.
A baby. Yeah,
I don't think I could adopt like a 4-year-old.
No. You start from scratch.
Yeah.
But like a newborn or like maybe 3-4 months, 6 months or something like that, I would even consider that.
Oh, that would be lovely.
But I would like to have.
You'd like to have more children.
Yes. But I get myself a year. If not, I get myself a dog.
You get a dog.
Yes. My daughter misses our dog.
Oh, Milo.
Yes, we miss Milo.
Lish?
So yeah, my story is completely different to the two of you. My first, I had her in America. Again, as I mentioned previously, I wasn't prepared to be pregnant. It was very unexpected. So obviously I was just
16 and pregnant.
basically trotting along, no plans. Didn't even know where we were gonna live. No, I'm just actually no plans at all. Didn't know what I was going to do, to the point where last minute I decided to go home and be with my family to give birth to her. Maybe I want to say 3 weeks before she was due. So where I had no business being on an airplane.
Flight.
But I was like, okay, last minute, I'm just going to go and do this. So she was born on the 22nd of January, but her due date was actually the 1st of February. And I ended up booking a last minute flight back home on the 9th of January. So I get there with 2 big suitcases by myself. I'm over here. My friend Dorian and my friend Charlene actually came and met me at I can't remember if they met me at the airport or not, or the train station. But yeah, I had my 2 big old suitcases and my 9-month belly ready to pop. I'm thinking that, okay, her due date's on the 1st, but they say normally your first is going to be late. Because I think you were late.
I'm always
you were late.
Yeah,
with Cam. Yeah. So I was like, I have all the time in the world. So, I'm even making plans. I'm just like, okay, she'll come when she comes. And fast forward 2 weeks, I didn't have any cramps or anything like that. I just lost my mucus plug, which another thing I didn't even know what that was. I was just like, there's a lot of gunk coming out. I was like, what is this? My mom's like, we have to go to the hospital. And I was like, okay, I'm thinking it's going to be like the water show. I was...
what we see on TV, right?
Basically, that's what I thought, because I didn't know, I did not prepare at all. When I tell you I did not prepare, we didn't have a car seat for Layla. We didn't have a bed. We didn't even have Pampers. We had nothing. All I had was my my bag. That had my change of clothes and things like that, but nothing. And then maybe like the outfit for Layla. So yeah, we went to the hospital, and I get there, and she's thinking that, okay, they're gonna check me and they're gonna send me home. But they check, and I was already 8 centimeters dilated. So they're like, okay, no, we're having this baby. And she came within, I was screaming. I wanted the epidural, but I was told it's too late for an epidural. So once that pain really hit. I had a full meal before getting to the hospital. So I was vomiting like the Exorcist.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
I was throwing up everywhere. And she was like, all I could give you
goodness.
something for your nausea, but you cannot have an epidural. So yeah, I would say she came within 20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I had a tear. They sewed me up. And yeah, I was in the hospital for 3 days. We were stuck there because
Snowstorm.
yeah, ended up being a blizzard. And which was good, because while I was in the hospital, like my family, they really rallied together, getting all the things that we needed last minute. So shout out to you, fam. They really, really made sure Layla got all of her things. So yeah, that was the first one. No plans. The second one wasn't planned as well, but this time I'm like, I'm older. I'm like, I'm on my Erykah Badu vibe. Like, let me pretend that Erykah Badu is my doula. I had planned a water birth. The situation you walked into, I thought that was going to be me. The water, the candles, Erykah Badu in the background.
I thought MTV was there. But.
Yeah, I set the stage. But with Liam, I definitely felt the pain. And I guess now in hindsight, when I think about it, I was probably in labor for a couple of days because I was in pain. But I was thinking like, oh, okay, it's okay. So now I knew the mucus plug, so I was looking out for that, but that didn't happen. And then I was just like, oh, the water breaking, that obviously didn't happen. So neither happened, but I was in extreme pain. So I went to the birth center. I was like, I'm not sure, but I'm just coming because I'm in real life pain and I want to be checked. And by the time they're just like, okay, we'll put you into one of the birthing rooms, I was rolling on the floor because I was in pain. And I was just like, dang, I may have to make my way to the labor ward because I think I think this time around I may need an epidural. Like, I don't know how you were able to be in labor for 6 days. I could not handle that pain. So she's like, just hop in the water, like, you know, let's try in the water. And I remember I still had I had a white t-shirt on, so I still had my white t-shirt on. I took off my bottoms and I literally like jumped into the pool. She was like, wow, that's the fastest anybody's got in the water. So I'm there and he ends up pooing inside.
Oh gosh.
So she's like, okay, well, he just pooed. So after this contraction you have, then we're going to have to take you out of the water.
Okay.
And hey, you were on your way actually. Yeah. And then I had a contraction and his head popped out. And then then one more contraction after, and then the rest of his body popped out. And he was there and she was like, okay, wow, that was the quickest. That was the quickest water birth in the history of water births because I was in that water for maybe 5-10 minutes. Wow. And then, yeah, he came out. Dion was my birthing partner. But by the time she got there, the baby was already there.
Bear in mind, it takes 27 minutes to drive from my house to hers. As soon as she calls, you know I'm ready. I stay ready, right?
You're ready.
I've got my bag, everything. Like I'm the one in labor. Just in case for a hospital stay or whatever. I was pregnant as fuck. So I was just like prepared. I was like, I'm gonna chill, my headphones, my book, everything is in there. So as soon as she called, I was ready. My bag, my tank was full just in case all the time. By the time I got there, the baby was there.
Baby was there.
Yeah, they were stitching her up and I was already holding the baby. And I said, wow, So it was
another rip
fast.
again. Yeah, it was quick.
It happened while I was in the car park.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What time was Liam born?
Oh, in the evening.
In the evening at night, I want to say maybe around 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Because I was home by like 10:45 or something like that. Yeah.
And it was nice. The birthing room was beautiful. I wasn't in the labor ward.
Yeah.
I was served food, even though food is trash. But it was a very nice experience. I did enjoy it. So it was similar to the experience I had in America, which I was scared about because I thought, okay, I'm going to give birth. And as you mentioned earlier, I'm going to be in a room with, 5 other moms and their crying babies. And for me, I mean, I get why, but I just feel like that just triggers anxiety for me. I don't think that's the greatest place to be in after having a baby.
It's really not. I think I was in that situation for maybe about 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, before they put you in your own room.
I've always been put in my own room because either my pregnancies have been complicated or complex or whatever it may be. So they usually just give me my own room at no cost, which I've always been thankful for because I was in that room where there was the other women, and honestly that 10-15 minutes of me being there, I could still, even when I moved to my own room, I could still hear the babies of other women, all the babies like screeching and crying. It just felt so I don't want it to make it like really extreme, but it's like, okay, you've all given birth here. Just stay all together and good luck to you guys. It just, I can't explain it.
It's very weird.
The partner's there just, running around trying to do the best they can. But all these screaming babies and women in pain, like still, because still going through. This is another thing that most people don't know is that you're still contracting after you've had the baby. So there was some women in there that were still very much in pain and, some women still trying to sleep and all of that stuff, and it just wasn't possible in there. So with all our different stories in all of the different countries that we've had our children,
I know, right?
it's just it's interesting to hear really that although sometimes the experience was fast and quick, or it was long-winded and all of that stuff, but of course we've got all of these beautiful children
Of course,
afterwards as well. How are your partners?
This one, and Steve, bleep that out. I'll bleep it out myself. But with Liam, he was there, but I rather much you have been there, because I remember he was just
in shock. I think he was just in shock.
He was there, but he wasn't there.
Yeah, he was in shock. It was an out-of-body experience.
Oh my gosh. I was just like...
Yeah, like, do something.
Yeah.
Say something.
Okay.
How was Chris?
Chris was good, I think.
Wow, that's good. Yeah. Really
Chris
good.
is very zen. He's always very calm about everything. So in a way, he's kind of good. But then I was just like, just help me. Like, I remember I was like in so much like pain and he was just there and
just like, it's gonna be okay, babe.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I was
good.
just like,
it's nice having a calming spirit around.
But he was there.
Yeah,
he was good.
Yeah, my other half is always there. So
exactly. Yeah,
but he freaks out. He's
I remember
okay.
the first one, he did freak out.
He's okay. He's okay during like the process of the labor and all of that stuff, or the C-section, finding out I'm having the C-section. He's okay. He's okay. When we get to the point where I get wheeled away, he's
losing it.
He starts losing it. He starts losing it. And then during the actual C-section, he's in there, and he also says it's like an outer body experience, and he feels every single time that he just doesn't understand how I do it, because the fact that there's children like literally being pulled out of you, there's layers of your skin being cut, layer after layer after layer, and then just a child comes out, and then they sew you up and say, okay, thanks very much, be about your business. He's like, he even till this day, he just cannot wrap his head around it. Because it's just an interesting feat. But we're the chosen ones, really, aren't we? Women. We're the chosen ones. So it's just something
to
that
go
we
through
get
all
out
of
to
that
do.
pain.
Yeah, of course. Hence now we're going to have to go through months of therapy.
I know. I know.
To figure it all out. To figure it all out.
Yeah, but I mean, as you said, with that said, for all of you ladies out there that asked me, the scenarios are endless, but at the end of the day, you benefit the reward of seeing your child, and that first time you see your baby. Oh my gosh, I remember with Layla, I couldn't sleep. I was staring at her the whole night,
watching her breathe.
I was like, I was putting my hand under her little nose. Watching her breathe. You don't forget the pain, because I ain't forget the pain, but you definitely relish in the reward.
Yes, of course, of motherhood.
Exactly.
Sure. And then I see sometimes really why some people just don't want to go through this. I get it.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly. I totally get it. And then I see the people who obviously go through it. And then some people just have really amazing birth stories. They have what you said. They have the candles, the music, where their whole family surrounding
everybody,
them, and all of that stuff. So, that's also great. It's just, I want to meet that person.
I mean, didn't Summer Walker, she gave VBAC to her twins.
Oh, yes, she did.
Right?
Yeah.
And Erykah Badu was her doula.
And they were full-time and everything.
Yeah.
So she said she had like one of the most out-of-body, beautiful birthing experiences. So it's just, there's just different ways, and your story is always going to be different from the next woman's. There's not one story that's exactly the same.
Yeah, and that's life.
It is.
So
exactly.
At the end of the day,
the day gotta end.
The day gotta end.
At the end of the day, the day's gotta end.
So Tina, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It was
lovely.
lovely.
Have any closing statements? No.
But it was lovely being here, and it was lovely. I was, when you were telling your story, I was close to tears.
It's something else.
When you were talking about like just, you know, the twins.
Going
I was close to tears.
We'll hopefully see you next week if I survive my week off going back to work.
Well,
I'll give you guys a heads
She
up.
don't have no choice because I ain't gonna be sitting here by myself. But all right. I'm Lish.
I'm Dee.
And this is Allow It.
Thank you for
guys.
being here. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.